Good morning, students. Today we'll start your next poem, that is your poem 2, The Kite. Before we start reading, don't forget to write down poem 2 on your book and date and day on the left side of the page. This poem is about a kite that is flying high in the sky. The poet has described that a new kite looks bright in the sky. All of us like to fly kites. Have you ever tried to fly one? Let's read this poem about a kite as it flies in the sky. The poet of the poem is Harry Ben. So, in this poem, the poet describes how does a kite looks in the sky. Now, the poem says, how bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail. Here, blue means sky, dive means comes downwards, and snaps is sharp noise. So, the poet is here telling us how bright on the blue, how beautiful a kite looks in the sky when it is new. As we all know that a kite is made up of colorful papers. It looks so beautiful, so colorful in the blue sky. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail. When we start flying the kite, sometimes it happens it doesn't fly in our first try. So sometimes it comes downwards, it gives a dip, and it snaps its tail. The tail of the kite makes a sharp noise. Then soars like a ship with only a sail. And sometimes it soars, it goes upwards. Soars means rises. It goes upwards like a ship with only a sail. Sail means with the help of that thread which is used to fly the kite. Over the tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls. Here tides means waves, crest means top line of the hill, and gust means strong current of air. So here poet is telling us the kite goes upwards like the waves of the sea of the wind it rides. Kite is riding on the wind. It goes upwards like the waves of the sea. Climbs to the crest. The kite goes to the top line of the sky, and suddenly when the air stops, the wind stops, it pulls backward, it comes downward. Then seems to rest as wind falls. It comes downward slowly, and it looks like the kite is taking rest as the wind is falling. When string goes slack, you wind it back. If you loosen your string, you wind it back. You bring your kite back and run until a new breeze blows. And it runs, it starts coming down until a new breeze, until the air starts to blowing again. And its wings fail and up it goes. Then suddenly when the new breeze or the new fresh air starts to blow, it again fail its wings and start going upwards. How bright on the blue is the kite when it's new. Here the poet is repeating those lines, that how beautiful the kite look in when it is new. But a regular thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. Here regular means torn and flaps means flutters. Here the poet is telling us, but when it gets torn, you will never see it. Can you fly a torn kite? No? Yes, this is what the poet is telling us. But if your kite gets torn, you will never see any torn kite in the sky when it flaps on a string in the top of the tree. Sometimes your kites get caught on the tree and you try to pull it down, it looks like the kite is flapping its wings with the help of a string in the top of the tree. So, here let's summarize this poem. The poet is telling us while flying, it dives and dips and flutters its tail in the sky. When the wind blows, it soars like a ship high in the sky. It pulls itself and climbs to the top of the hill, then rests as the wind stops blowing. Then, when the wind is back, here, when the wind is back, it flies again and with a new breeze and gets a new life and starts flying high up in the sky. But when the kite gets stuck to the top of the tree, it warns out and can never be seen again. Thank you.